This is Sergeant Chris Richardson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol. Pedestrian safety is a two-way street. Both drivers and walkers need to do their part to keep roads safe. When you're walking, remember, the drivers may not always see you, so remember to use these tips to continue to walk safely. Wear bright clothes. Always use crosswalks and obey signs. Lights and reflectors should be used. And finally, keep alert and do not walk distracted. This message brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Patrol.
CJ Used Appliances, located at 3530 Jackson Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances has the best prices in town, sales and service, heating and air. Also the best appliances you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Refrigerators, microwave stoves, washers and dryers, deep freezers, dishwashers, whatever you need in used appliances. And folks, I'm telling you, they're the best used appliances anywhere you'll find. That's CJ Used Appliances, 3530 Jackson Avenue. All appliances come with warranty. You can call them at 901-487-7882. Again, 901-487-7882, CJ Used Appliances. Graphics Printing, located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, a complete print shop for all your printing needs. They do it all: color copies, resumes, funeral programs, rubber stamps, full-color business cards, wedding and graduation invitations, and more. 30-plus years of quality work and service. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, Tennessee, 901-345-9294. Graphics Printing. C&S Motors Auto Sales, located at 2508 Summer Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-323-8778. C&S Motors Auto Sales has been around since 1984. Go by and see Chris today for some of the best pre-owned and used vehicles in the city. They have SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, whatever you're looking for in pre-owned used vehicles. Hey, you can find it right there at C&S Motors Auto Sales. See Chris since 1984. They will treat you right. Call them at 901-323-8778. That's 901-323-8778, 2508 Summer Avenue, C&S Motors Auto Sales.
This is Sergeant Chris Richardson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol, here to explain the Tennessee Hands-Free Law, which is a new state law effective July 1st, 2019. In Public Chapter 412, it makes it illegal for a driver to hold a cell phone or a mobile device with any part of their body, to write, send, or read any text-based communication, to reach for a cell phone or mobile device in a manner that requires the driver to no longer be in a seated driving position or properly restrained by a seatbelt, to watch a video or a movie on a cell phone or a mobile device, and to record or broadcast video on a cell phone or mobile device. So, can I still talk on my cell phone while driving? Yes. A driver is permitted to use an earpiece, headphone device, or a device worn on a wrist to conduct a voice-based communication. The driver may use one button on a cell phone or mobile device to initiate or terminate voice communication, and voice-based communication may also be used to send a text message. Learn more at handsfreetn.com.
right now, SPREAKER. It is a free download on your mobile device. Any mobile device you may have, Android, iPhone, iPad, Droid Pad, desktop computer. Just go to Spotify and look for Talk Back Live. That's one word, Talk Back Live, and you can hear us loud and clear. No matter where you're going, you could be working out in the morning, jogging around your neighborhood, wherever else, in the gym, doing what you do. You can put us in your earbuds, and we are good to go.
All right. I think everything's ready to go, Josh.
Yes, you can see us now.
Yes, everything is.
And like I said, you can't go by that pad, but we're up and live.
All right, we're rolling and rolling and going and doling. Mm-hmm. Hey, I tell you what, let's get it on, Josh.
All right, let's do it.
Great topics to discuss. And in the headlines today, we've got we got a couple of 2 or 3 good headlines we can start off the day with. I tell you what, over the weekend, we have, you've heard about police stops and police pulling people over for various reasons. Well, some police officers just don't make any sense to me. And they don't make sense to other people either. But their stupidity makes them look stupid. Well, isn't that the way it's supposed to be? Let's talk about it. Josh, we have a story today. A police officer stops people because he says they were suspicious.
Yeah.
And what's going on with this story? What's going on with this officer? Folks, you'll see what I mean when we show the story. Josh, what's going on?
Well, it's interesting. This particular story took place a few days ago, close to the holidays and everything that was going on. And, man, it was kind of funny, but yet not funny, especially not for the people that were involved in the situation. Mm-hmm. So this officer says, "Hey, y'all look suspicious, so I'm pulling you over." They ask, "Why are you pulling us over?" "Well, because I'm an officer. I can do what I want to do."
Yeah, he says, "The police officer, I can do what I want to do."
So
that's the way it is, folks.
This
according to him.
Yes, exactly. This Barney Fife wannabe was pretty ridiculous in this situation, I must admit. But if you have an opinion on it, you can give us that as well, even if you may disagree. We'll open all points of view on this type of stuff, man. But I'm gonna play the clip for you. I want y'all to look and listen to what's going on here and give us your perspective on what exactly is possibly happening here as well. And Bob, before we get that rolling, give them the phone number.
901-213-6020. That's the number to call if you want to chime or talk with us on anything, our topics or whatever the case may be today. That's another way you can contact us, or Facebook Live, which a lot of people are beginning to do now. Or they can follow us, Josh, on the Spreaker app.
Yes, sir.
It's a free download on your mobile devices, all your computers. It's the Spreaker, SPREAKER, a free download. And once you download it, search Talk Back Live. One word, Talk Back Live, all together. Mm-hmm. And then hit the star, and then anytime one of our shows on the station come on, you'll be notified. But yes, I tell you what, Josh, let's get into the story.
And we're good to go.
901-213-6020 is another way you can contact us as well. Take a listen to this.
For what?
Because I told you to.
You haven't have a reason, sir. You didn't pull me
what,
over, but you didn't pull me over.
Get the license out, or I'll hit for a backup, and I'll take
call
both of you out of the car. Get your driver's license.
Call your supervisor,
out.
sir.
Get your driver's license out right now.
Call your supervisor.
Please call your supervisor, because
you're not
pulling me over, neither.
You get your driver's license out
Sir.
right now. Show me ID.
Call your supervisor.
What do you need my ID for, sir?
Well, because you want to run your mouth to me.
No, because you was looking at my license plate. For what?
Exactly.
For what?
You don't have the right to run this.
I got my rights to do anything I want to do. I'm a police officer.
You can't run
that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything.
I'll pull you over and I'll tow your car.
You see, he said.
Get your driver's license out.
So he's not getting a supervisor. We requested a supervisor.
I don't mind showing you my driver's license, but what is your reason that you're asking?
Because.
Why?
Because you're acting suspicious.
About what? We was in there shopping.
I said, show me your driver's license.
What is the
driver's license out?
You can't
Just
state
show
the
me your
suspicion.
driver's license. That's all I want to see.
You're not explaining to me. You didn't pull
I'm
me over.
explaining to
You
you.
jumped out your car and asked me, did I want to?
Investigation.
What are you investigating?
Look,
You
get
just
your
see me in there
driver's
shopping.
license
I
out.
paid. I paid for everything that I bought.
Get your driver's license out.
Sir,
Show me your driver's license. If you don't got no warrants or nothing, you're gone. I don't have no problem.
What is the reason
Get
that you're
your
stopping
driver's
me?
license. I'm not going to argue with you no more.
I'm not arguing. I'm trying to understand
Show 'em your
something.
license. What's your name, officer? That's all I want. Because we're
Show
following.
me your driver's license and you can go.
We asked for a supervisor. You did not understand.
I'm not going to get a supervisor.
I'm asking for your name.
I'm off-duty employment.
You're off duty?
Exactly. Off-duty employment.
If you're off duty, then why are you stopping people?
I'm stopping you because you're suspicious.
Why are
About
we
what?
suspicious?
Well, what'd you come back around for?
Because I don't know
you jumped out of the car on us because we
Exactly.
looked at you.
Because I don't know what you guys are doing. Now show me your
You don't know what
driver's
we're
license.
doing. You just seen
Show
us
me
shopping.
your driver's license.
You don't look. You see all these bags in the back of the car? We just seeing you, so you
Show
know
me
what
your
we're doing.
driver's license.
You know what was going on because I
get
know he couldn't really articulate what he was trying to say.
Yeah, as far as I know, based upon what happened, I don't think either of us have any reasonable suspicion to believe
Right.
that there's a crime taking place.
Right.
It says there's no reason for a traffic stop at this point.
Right.
So there's no legal requirement for you to identify yourself to an officer at that point. So if you don't want to give him ID, then you don't have to give him ID at that point.
And we tried to be calm and talk to him like that, and he just. I don't have to tell you anything. Leaning in the car, spitting all in the car. He's just, I don't know if he's having a bad day. His wife left him. I don't know.
Could be. This is as good as mine.
But hey, man, I appreciate
as far
you,
as I'm
boss.
concerned, you guys are good to go. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
take care, all right?
Appreciate it.
I don't want to call him the name.
Man, this guy, this officer is a trip.
Wow.
I mean, he was, oh boy, he was
off the chain.
Man, I mean, what in the world was he on? But
You're suspicious.
You're suspicious. That's why I stopped you. That's why I pulled you over. But okay, who are you? Can we get your ID? He says, well, the thing about it is, he said he was. He said, listen to what he said. He said, all you have to do is show me your identification, your driver's license, and if you're okay, then you're good to go. You know, if there's no warrants or anything on you. You know, does he think that there may be warrants on these people because they were black or whatever the case may be, or is he trying to find something outstanding, you know, that maybe can help him look good in a particular situation? I don't know, but the
That's
thing
a good
about it
question.
is, later on, this officer was fired. So, but 2 hours later,
Tim. Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet.
There we go.
Tim, welcome to the show. Good morning on a
Hey, good
Monday.
morning to you. And happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you. Yes.
Yeah, well, thank you. 100% wrong, man. This is the absolute. This drives me crazy. This is what gives police a bad name. I'm thankful beyond of the officer that showed up, that basically showed whoever this guy was who does not deserve, to wear a badge.
Yeah.
The way things work. There's a lot of and the people in the car, they did say something that was wrong also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Police can run your license plates for any reason. They don't have to have a reason. Police can drive down the road and run every plate they see. You don't need any probable cause for that. You don't need any reasonable suspicion. You don't.
Okay.
You can run a license plate for not any reason, but for no reason.
Okay.
Okay.
So why did the other officer say that he didn't have a right to show his ID?
Now that's different. Now that's different.
Okay.
So you do not have to show your identification in order for legal detention to take place. Okay. If you are not being legally detained, you do not need to show identification. Right. But in order for you to be legally detained, they have to have an articulable suspicion. Okay, so basically, an articulable suspicion means they have to be able to articulate they believe you are about to commit a crime, have committed a crime, right, or just committed a crime. Now, and they just have to have suspicion of that. It doesn't have to be that you did, but in order for them to legally detain you, and then at that point in time, you would if it was a legal detention, they can articulate a crime that they believe that you have committed, about to commit, or have committed. Then yes, you are required to show identification, like a traffic stop. If you're speeding, okay, now you are not guilty. You're not guilty until you go to court or you choose to pay the fine, but that is a legal detention because his experience, his radar, his whatever, he saw you commit an offense and he stopped you. That's a legal detention.
All right, Tim. Also, the officer said he was off duty.
Yeah, it's okay. That doesn't really change anything. I mean, once you're commissioned, you're commissioned. You can work a side job, and that doesn't mean that your arrest powers have gone away. You still have arrest powers.
Right.
But so that, as far as that goes, but I mean, he was wrong from the word go, and I think that a lot of people out there, which I'm more of a constitutionalist, so I believe in people's rights. But I also believe before you run, you have diarrhea of the mouth, just have an idea what the hell you're talking about too, because there's nothing worse than someone telling you, "I know my rights," and they're 100% wrong.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because
and that's why I was going to ask you, Tim, when it comes to that, like as far as people being pulled over and things like that, you run into this a lot, especially in the climate we are now. When it comes to the race relations and police and pullovers and things of that nature. What exactly is there any situation where a driver can refuse to cooperate with the police, like where it's reasonable?
Well, okay. At what level do you mean? Excuse me. At what level do you mean refuse to cooperate?
Well, I know that's probably a broad question to ask, but I guess when you look at this situation, right, and he said, "Okay, I don't have to give you any." Like you said, there really does not have to be a reason for an officer to pull you over. If they feel you're suspicious, that's enough of a reason for them to get your ID and to run you.
They have to be able to articulate that, though. It's not just. And it's not just, I think you're suspicious, and I pull you over. That doesn't work. You have to be able to articulate something. Right. Okay, there has to be a crime along with. Just because you gave me the stink eye when you drove past me, or you gave me the middle finger, that doesn't mean anything. I would just wave back at you. I could care less. You know what I mean? Like that's I'm not worried. You can call my mom a dirty name or something like that. Guess what? You don't know my mom, so I'm not worried about it.
So you just can't you just can't pull somebody over just because you're a police officer.
Yeah.
And I think we lost Tim from Chicago. Tim will probably call back in just a couple of minutes. Yeah. You just can't pull somebody over just because you're a police officer. You have to have probable cause or suspicions, like he said, of something that has been committed or will be committed or about to be committed.
And you have to be able to say it.
You have to be able to say what it was. Articulate and say what was the violation. And here, this officer didn't do it. He said, "I have the right to pull you over," and his reason was, the reason why he has the right to pull them, had a right to pull them over, "I'm a police officer. I can do anything I want." And that's the reason why he said, that's a good excuse why he pulled them over. That's all he needs he's a police officer. That's all he needs.
That's bogus.
So, folks, what do you think? 901-213-6020. And
Call from
Tim.
Then we got Tim back.
got Tim back. Tim, welcome back to the show. Good morning on a Monday.
Hey there.
Look.
Sorry, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and as far as his statement, I can do what I want. I'm a police officer. That couldn't be more far from the truth.
Okay.
Understand something. If someone is not requesting help or committed some type of offense, the police, a person wearing a police uniform is there merely as a public servant. Now, let's define that a little bit too. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean you get to boss me around and tell me what you want. You know what I mean? What you think I should do. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's a lot of people like to antagonize that way, and they're going to be disappointed.
Okay.
But along with that, if you haven't done anything wrong, a police officer, he doesn't have any authority over you unless there's something. I mean, like, if he needs to block the road, if he needs, I mean, there is authority that the police officer has to do for the interest of public safety, for many, many different things. But if you're just walking down the street doing nothing wrong and minding your own business, any interaction with the police would be consensual, unless they can articulate a reason.
Okay.
You understand? So,
right.
So that's it. So, go on. I'm sorry.
So, in other words, he has to have a reason to stop you. He has to be able to say it, why he stopped you. Yeah.
He has to be able to articulate it. Suspicious. So, if now if you're doing loops around the store and you're eyeballing things, and you could you look like you could be casing the joint. That could be, but again, that's going to be tough. I doubt that the local prosecutor, state's attorney, whatever they refer to him as, is going to be. There's going to have to be more. Like if they match the description of someone who committed a robbery or something like that, the other day in a nearby store in an adjacent town, and you know what I mean. And there's someone that they're currently looking for, and this person matched the description, and they're driving around the store, and they're now that would be probable cause for investigational stop. But once you determine that is not the case, you have to cut those people loose, and I don't mean like in a few minutes. Right now, you're down the road. So
okay, what do you think about the officer saying, if you give me your ID and if I check you have no warrants, you're free to go? Do you think he was looking for something here, or maybe to make himself look good? He was hoping he found something.
He was just here. He ran in first off who was videotaping him. He didn't like that.
Yeah.
Whether he admits it or not, he didn't like that. This guy clearly does not know or doesn't care, which is even worse, in my opinion, of what his authority and or law is. So it's one thing to not know. It's another thing to not care. And I believe not caring is even worse, because that's behavioral. So, but I just can't, to run them for warrants and get down the road. I've watched a million of these videos, these people on YouTube, and they call themselves First Amendment auditors. First Amendment auditors, and that's basically what they do is they go around, and there's some good ones out there, some guys that aren't. There's guys that are like to stir the pot and antagonize and call police names and stuff like that. And I what's that?
No, I was saying absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
And I don't like watching those videos, because those guys, I don't think that the attention that they're trying to grab is not done in the right way. So what they often do is they go out with a video camera or something like that, and they in public spaces, whether it be a sidewalk, around what would be considered what some would consider sensitive. Courthouses, police departments, the back of a police department, prisons, chemical plants, places with a little bit higher security. And then they basically just videotape from the side of the road, public easement, stuff like that, until they get some attention. And once they get attention, that's what they're looking for. Is then they look for the response they get from security. Security usually ends up calling the police. There are a few out there that are great guys out there. Anything we can help you with? No, okay. They always want their badge number and their name and stuff like that. But then there's some police out there that I just want to roll my eyes and go, what in the heck are you thinking, man?
And and Tim, let me ask you this: when it comes to that, right? And I think when you look around, really people of all races, but especially when it comes to black and white, with police and people, do you think there is a problem in this country when it comes to that type of the relationships between black people in America and police officers just in general? Do you feel like there's like a complex with police officers around the country where they're feeling a little bit more empowered than they should be? Do you think that's a thing that exists, or do you think that's an overhyped reality?
I think it's overhyped. Now, so I've been a part-time policeman for like 19 years, and the community that I work in is predominantly, I would say, I hate using the word class, but middle income to a little higher. We have every nationality, race, creed. We have it all, but predominantly it is a Caucasian community. Crime is very low. But we're a fastly growing community now. I personally, so no. To answer your question, Josh, is no. I don't think that there is. However, I think that could be misconstrued because of the area. Now, if you come to, let's say, a nicer community where you live in the Memphis area, right? Where crime is usually a little bit lower. It's just a nicer community, and I'm not going to say it doesn't matter if it's black, white, or whatever. But it's a nicer community. Usually there's some higher dollars floating around there. Things are a little bit more quiet. Usually a police interaction is a little bit different. You walk up, good afternoon, how are you? My name is so-and-so. This is why I'm stopping you. I mean, see your driver's license, your insurance registration, whatever, And then now when you go into the city, they walk up to your car license and registration.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But Tim, a police officer is a police officer. People that are people, and respect is respect. So why should there? But why should there have to be this difference? Are they afraid, or are they saying, okay, this area is much dangerous, so I have to put a front on to make them think that I'm a not bad officer in the sense of it's bad, but that I don't take no mess type of officer in this area, because I know this area, and it's rough.
You got your guard up.
I have to act rough as well in order to deal with these people. Is that the case?
You know what? Unfortunately, I think it is a lot, and I'm gonna and here's why. I can only speak from my own personal experience, but for a very short time, I worked for another department that was really not nice. It was a very rough area, and I didn't enjoy it at all. That's not the way I grew up. That's not the culture that I came from. It was man, how do I even say it? It was a wake up call to me, and just the way you deal with people, the way you want. So, and it was a 14, 15-year-old kid that we were called to because they were kind of loitering in the area, and the problem is this group of kids that loitered all the time. When they do, they sit around someplace 5-10 minutes, and then they start messing on someone's lawn, and you know what I mean? Like, so people call the police all the time when these kids are around.
Yeah.
And it was the second or third that night that we had dealt with them, and here's where I felt terrible: is there's nothing for these kids to do, literally nothing. it's very low income. They have nothing to do. I don't know what their home lives are like. I'm gonna assume that they're probably not great. They're out, on the streets. And here's the thing, my nice guy approach that I've grown up with in the community that I came from. Hey guys, what's happening? Hey, come on, man. It's the second time we dealt with you tonight. We probably need to move along. They eat a guy like that for breakfast.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine.
Now, when you come up to them and you get a little hard with them, and it's kind of like this is an officer that I was working with. He was a black guy, and he'd been a police officer for a long time. Actually, he was a retired city cop, and he explained something to me and put it in terms that I guess I can understand. And this was a shock to me. Because a lot of these kids grow up in pretty rough houses, and it's kind of the old Johnny Cash song, Boy Named Sue, get tough or die. You know what I mean? That's kind of that's the way they were raised. That some of them have fatherless homes, some of them don't. A lot of them get their butt beat on a regular basis. And that's the fact that they don't have a strong root at home. They kind of raised by neighborhoods and the streets and every part of life instead of having a good foundation at home to put them into check. And one of the things that he said, he goes, words mean nothing. Words are exactly that. Words. When you're willing to back up that word, now they understand that. His mom has been telling him to shut up his whole life. Until he sees the back of his hand come across his face, now he knows she's serious.
Yeah.
And that blew my mind because, wow. It was just to put that in a perspective in which I understood. So, but do I like it? No. Is that reality? And I can only speak from my own person. That's what I encountered. Now, I worked there for a very short time. It just wasn't by my own choice. I decided this is not what I want.
Right.
I just felt I'm better off if I want to serve the public. I'm better off serving the public with people that I have common ground with. Okay. There's someone else that's better to serve that. But so that was my experience, and it's tough, but you know what I mean. I guess that's when you think of it in different terms. Okay. Sometimes the reality of it is it's not the most friendly, but it is the reality. I wish you could. Hey, need you do me a favor? I need you to do this. Everyone says, okay, sure, no problem. You don't have to serve me. I don't care about that. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for anything above and beyond. But at what point, so. Okay.
But and all that's good, Tim. But and the final result of the whole thing, the officer was fired in 2 hours.
And he should have been.
So
so we definitely agree on that.
We definitely agree on that. And fired within 2 hours, that says a lot about the whole situation right there.
Plus, you could see with the other officer that came up, he was pretty apologetic to the people, they even had to go through that whole thing. So it is what it is.
So I asked this. So if it's secondary employment, a lot of police officers either work directly for, let's say, the retail store, mall, or something like that, or through a security agency. So if fired within 2 hours, I would say that it was fired from the security job in 2 hours. Usually to be terminated from have to go through the police commission. That's something that you on-duty supervisor can just call and say, hey.
Right.
So there's probably two terminations. That is police officer. I'd be curious about that.
Okay.
Because now
you're kind of breaking up, Tim.
How's it? Is this any better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, I'm sorry. Now the sad part about this is he actually didn't break the law because he can say that. He can say, "Give me your ID." He he never forced them to do it, and he never made an arrest.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, even the U.S. Supreme Court says the police can lie, you know, during an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
So he never the fact that he did not force them, he never detained them.
Mm-hmm.
He never told them if you leave. He said, "I'll tow your car." He made just threats out there.
Yeah,
but he didn't actually break the law. Now, was he acting in good faith? Was he doing his job? No, he was not.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. But but did he actually break the law? No.
Yeah. Well, and Tim, appreciate you calling, man, and all of those things he said that he shouldn't have said probably just made things worse. Man, we appreciate you.
That's great stuff.
And are you snowed in Chicago?
No, we have nothing. No snow.
Nothing. Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Nope.
It's coming. Thanks, Tim.
Take care.
All right, 901-213-6020 is the number to call. And Josh, this particular situation, folks, if you want to continue to make comments on this.
Yes, sir. And I got some here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to the people. Got a lot of good mornings coming in. So we definitely appreciate that. I'm going to go back here. Let's see. Greg said this officer was fired, wasn't he? Yes, he was.
Yes.
Leon Mapstone says officer smoking that pipe.
Well, he was on something because his attitude was not right at all.
And Leon, you know you'll never get nowhere
smoking the pipe.
Happy Monday, Frankie. Good to see you.
Yes, good morning, Frankie.
After, I'm sure y'all had quite the feast.
Oh, yes. She cooked, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did.
Oh,
yes,
man.
Indeed.
And if you want to talk about that, hey. But Greg also said he should not have been trying to check for warrants off duty. So that's a good point. And I feel like, it's kind of weird, man. If you're off duty, you're not on the job. Mm-hmm. So should that even be a thing where you can still go out there and pull folks over?
It seems like here he was trying to do something to make himself look good or something. Hopefully he could find something on these people.
Yeah. That's what
wow, look at this big bust he made or whatever the case here is. But Leon Mapstone, is that the first time he's been on with us?
Oh, no. It's past couple of weeks he's been there.
Okay. He just don't need the attitude like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
And good morning, Kelly. He just came in the building a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
As well. So, man, I know we could play this clip a little bit later again if you want to. I know some new people coming in as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
901-213-6020 is the number to call if you'd like to call us. And coming up next, Josh, we have another hot topic. I mean, it's hotter than this one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's coming up next. Folks, we want to get your opinion on it as well. You're listening several ways to us, and we want to thank you and appreciate you for listening to us and conversating back with us. But the phone lines are open, 901-213-6020. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we'll get out of the topic. Man, it is
question of the day.
Good one. Questions as well. I would say a question of the day. Yeah, maybe a question of the day. And the topic as well, folks. Hey, you're listening to TalkBackLive with Bob
and Josh.
And it is now 8:40, 40 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock Central Time. And a very pleasant good morning to you on a Monday morning. We'll be back.
This is Sergeant Chris Richardson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol. Pedestrian safety is a two-way street. Both drivers and walkers need to do their part to keep roads safe. When you're walking, remember, the drivers may not always see you, so remember to use these tips to continue to walk safely. Wear bright clothes. Always use crosswalks and obey signs. Lights and reflectors should be used. And finally, keep alert and do not walk distracted. This message brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Patrol.
CJ Used Appliances, located at 3530 Jackson Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances has the best prices in town. Sales and service, heating and air. Also the best appliances you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Refrigerators, microwave stoves, washers and dryers, deep freezers, dishwashers, whatever you need in used appliances. And folks, I'm telling you, they're the best used appliances anywhere you'll find. That's CJ Used Appliances, 3530 Jackson Avenue. All appliances come with warranty. You can call them at 901-487-7882. Again, 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances. C-Graphic Printing, located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis. A complete print shop for all your printing needs. They do it all. Color copy, resumes, funeral programs, rubber stamp, full-color business cards, wedding and graduation invitations, and more. 30-plus years of quality work and service. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, Tennessee, 901-345-9294. C-Graphic Printing. C&S Motors Auto Sales, located at 2508 Summer Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-323-8778. C&S Motors Auto Sales has been around since 1984. Go by and see Chris today for some of the best pre-owned and used vehicles in the city. They have SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, whatever you're looking for in pre-owned used vehicles. Hey, you can find it right there at C&S Motors Auto Sales. See Chris since 1984. They will treat you right. Call them at 901-323-8778. That's 901-323-8778. 2508 Summer Avenue, C&S Motors Auto Sales.
You're listening to Talk Back Live with Bob and Josh. Talking about current events and topics that matter. Call in now. 901-213-6020. 901-213-6020. Now, here's Bob and Josh.
All right, and welcome back to the show, Talk Back Live with Bob. And
this is Sergeant Chris Richardson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol. Pedestrian safety is a two-way street. Both drivers and walkers need to do their part to keep roads safe.
And it is now 8:44, 44 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Put some power in my mic there. And a very pleasant good morning to you on a Monday morning. Yes, it is a lovely, wonderful Monday morning. The Monday after Thanksgiving. And somebody just made a statement. I'm so tired of food.
I feel you, Greg. Man.
Yeah, all that turkey and ham and rolls and
dressing,
buttered biscuits and dressing and sweet peas, greens, potato salad and
deviled eggs,
sweet potatoes and deviled eggs, heaven eggs. There ain't no deviled eggs. Eggs and all that good stuff and sweet tea and I'm just making Greg feel worse. Kool-Aid or
sweet potato
sparkling drinks,
pumpkin pie,
oh gosh, sweet potato pie, and all that other good stuff. But anyway, hope your last week was a great one. Your weekend was great. And now we're back with you, 901-213-6020. And you can still comment on the other topic that we had discussed before we went to the break. Mm-hmm. All right. Josh, in other news, we've got a question coming from a topic. Did you find that topic?
Yeah, which is like I was saying, it was no video on it, but I got all the, it's just a simple question, Mm-hmm. But go ahead.
Okay, I want the name of the topic. What we were discussing, though.
Oh,
yeah, I want
the homeless. Yeah,
that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to read that topic before I go into my questions.
Okay.
You can just read on it. And Jay says, "I didn't see no pictures, man." Pictures of what?
Nah, man. We keep our food confidential.
Yeah, our food is private.
Because we don't want to make too many people jealous. Therefore, they try to break into our home. You know how Memphis is.
No, don't say that. But
I mean,
no.
I'm joking.
No, I know, but don't say that. But no, we had a wonderful time, and I think Jay did put up some pictures, Josh.
Oh,
I think I saw some pictures from Jay.
I did see
GKP. I think I did. He had some pictures up, and it looked quite good. One thing we didn't say that we did have, Josh, we did have chitterlings.
Yes.
Not chitlins, but chitterlings.
Yeah.
We did have it. Yes, we did. Oh, my goodness. Clean, good, and oh, gosh. I hadn't had them in so long. But they were delicious.
I mean, forever.
It's been a long
for real
time. And they were delicious. Yes, indeed. All right, 901-213-6020. Yeah, thanks, Jay. And Josh, our next topic. What in the world is going on here?
So
I got my question of the day.
Yes, sir.
From this particular topic post. Take a listen.
So this was been going on. It's kind of been circulating on social media since Thanksgiving. What usually happens on Thanksgiving is the feeding of the homeless.
Yeah.
Memphis had the big Memfeast, downtown City Hall. That's what they called it, Memfeast. And people were given to the homeless. And it was a great event, right?
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, people are beginning to wonder, not just because of this event, but in general. You see a lot of people with their phones and, they're videoing themselves feeding the homeless.
Right.
You're showing what they're doing, even having selfies with the homeless people as they're feeding them food.
Right.
So one begins to wonder, is that appropriate? So that leads to what Bob's question is, going into this entire situation.
Do you, you're talking about church corporations, churches, you talk about people, different organizations that during Thanksgiving time, Christmas time, they're feeding the homeless and the hungry and things like that. So is that proper to take pictures and to show the world, hey, look what we're doing? Or is that not the case with these people? They're just out there having fun with the homeless and wanted to take pictures to remember for themselves. Well, if that is the case, then why do they put it all over social media? Should people let other people know what they're doing as far as helping the homeless and feeding the hungry, all that kind of stuff? Okay? All right. My question is, do you find people who record or talk about themselves feeding the hungry and homeless unethical and trying to show off, or they're trying to show off themselves? Do you find people who record or talk about themselves feeding the hungry and homeless unethical and trying to show off? Do you think that's the case? Or do you think people just take pictures with the homeless just to maybe give the homeless a feeling like, okay, wow, people want to take pictures with me, make them feel good about themselves? Or do you think people take pictures with the homeless and the hungry when they're feeding them around this time of the year to show off and just to show people what they're doing? Is there anything wrong with that? Is there anything wrong with a church organization or people or a nonprofit or whoever feeding the hungry and the homeless during Thanksgiving or Christmas and taking pictures. Is there anything wrong with that? 901-213-6020. Is there anything wrong with that at all? Or do you think they're trying to show off by doing this and show people? I mean, but what do you benefit from that, though? Or what can they benefit from that? By taking all these pictures and showing people, look what we did. We fed the homeless and the hungry over Thanksgiving. Our church or our nonprofit organization or our family or whoever, we took some food out and fed the homeless. And I mean, is it supposed to stay quiet when you're feeding the homeless and the hungry? Or do you supposed to talk about it?
Yeah, spread the word or whatever.
Spread the word. Look what we're doing. We're feeding the hungry and the homeless. Well, now some people do question the organization sometimes and say they're not doing anything. What are they doing? That's what some people ask the question. And then all of a sudden the organization began to show people that they're feeding the hungry, the homeless, and all of that kind of stuff. And then the other people start to say, well, they're trying to show off. They shouldn't do that. That should be a private thing if they're doing it from the heart. Well, you did want to know what they're doing with their money. You did want to know what they're doing to help people. So I guess you got your answer. But, was it the way you wanted the answer, the way you wanted it?
And that's a real interesting point to bring up. Because if you look at this, it's a whole thing. And you see the different pictures of homeless people and people helping the homeless there. Yeah. But I always felt, when I see things like that online or whatever,
excuse me,
people going live and showing the homeless. Here's what I saw. I read this a couple of days ago, and it made me think. What they said was, imagine yourself in the shoes of said homeless person, in probably the most vulnerable and helpless position of your life. And these people that come and help you, right? Mm-hmm. Not only are they coming to help you, they are coming and helping you on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Think about that. Or taking a picture of you, eating the food or whatever the case is, or accepting the food or whatever help that they're bringing.
Well, I mean, here you have another point, too. Mm-hmm. Do the homeless feel
exploited?
Well, yeah, or do they feel embarrassed, or can they feel embarrassed, or will they feel embarrassed by you bringing a camera and filming them against their will? If you really want to help the homeless and you're taking food to them, why are you filming them against their will? Because I think that's what it is. People are filming people against their will. With your camera, you're on Facebook, your other places, and you're just taking videos and recording things without the homeless wanting you to even. They probably don't want to be even videoed. It's probably an embarrassment for them to be homeless on the street. Don't want anybody to know.
What I'm now, think about it.
But then to go out and to film them is just like, hey, they're homeless. It doesn't matter. We don't care about them. We can go out and film and show them on Facebook if we want to. Or, if they don't want to be filmed, they shouldn't have been in this situation. Is it wrong for a church organization, nonprofit organization, or people in general, to go out and feed the hungry and then to film the people that they're feeding and that they're helping, and the people probably don't want to be filmed? Or some people say, well, they don't have a right to not want to be filmed. They're homeless. It doesn't matter. They're homeless, so we can film them. They shouldn't be embarrassed about being filmed. They're the ones that's out there. We're bringing our food to them, so we have a right to film them or to show them all over social media and other places. Is that wrong for people to feel that way about the homeless, that they can exploit them, record them, show them all over social media, and not knowing that that homeless person may not want to be seen on social media or other places,
or not caring,
don't care. If you really wanted to go help people, somebody said if you really wanted to go and help, your intentions are to help and to feed the hungry, you don't need to show the whole world that you're doing it. Don't show the person that's homeless. How would you feel if you were homeless and people came out with cameras and everything and bringing you food and without your permission have you all over social media and around the world and say, well, if you want to take this food, you shouldn't complain. You shouldn't feel that we shouldn't record you. All you need to do is just take the food. We're bringing our food out here and we have a right to record you. This is a moment that we want to feel good about on social media and other places around the world, that people see us doing things to help people like yourself, homeless and hungry, and other people. Do people feel that homeless people don't have a right to say anything about them being filmed on social media by people that bring them food or come by to help them? If you really want to help someone said, just be genuine and bring them food and help them without anybody else knowing or without showing the person's face on camera or other things, filming the homeless people. Mm-hmm. Does it make the homeless people feel less than people when you're coming by and just filming them, videoing them, and just like they don't have any rights at all? Or is it that it doesn't matter? The thing that matters is that they're getting fed. They shouldn't be complaining. They're getting food. Whether people film them or not, the homeless people we're talking about, whether they're being filmed or not, they should be thankful that we're taking out the time to bring them our food. There are people with the attitudes like that out there, folks. That just, hey, they're homeless. They don't, and when you say it like that, you're saying it to the point that, hey, they're homeless. They don't count. They're insignificant. There are people that don't matter to society, and they better be thankful somebody's bringing them something to eat. 9012136020. Charlie Harper, welcome to the show. Good morning on a Monday.
Yes, sir. Good Monday. Good morning on this first Monday of December 2019.
It is indeed. Yes, indeed.
How you doing today?
Enjoying the show. I am blessed, man. Blessed by the best.
All right.
Yes,
yes sir.
Yeah. I'm enjoying your broadcast. Great job. Very much needed talk show. Very much needed.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Y'all keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, brother.
Yes.
Anyway, on that topic of feeding the homeless, and showing yourself, feeding them on social media, television, video, which is a good thing, good deed. Mm-hmm. It is a good deed. Something that's very much needed to be done throughout our world, because Jesus said the poor we're going to have amongst us.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say it depends on the motive, the reason why somebody is filming themselves doing it. The Lord did say, let your light so shine among men, that they may, and the reason to let your light so shine, that they may see your good work. And
see your good works is by videoing them? Making a video of you bringing them the food? Go ahead.
Well, it all depends on the motive of why you videoing them. I think also if you're going to video them, you should first ask them, would it be all right to video them?
Yeah, but Charlie, they're homeless. They shouldn't even care. The thing that they should be concerned about and thankful that I even bought them some food. That's the way some people feel.
Right. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But, them being homeless is
Okay, still there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, I got you now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Them being homeless, they are in the public eye, and can't help but being seen because they don't have no proper shelter, and they do see them possibly on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So there's no way of hiding from the public, after being homeless. But I think now if I want to video them, and I want the world to see that I'm doing a good deed to glorify my Father which is in heaven, I would ask them, would it be all right if I filmed them? If they give me the permission, then I will film them. But my motive behind me filming them is to glorify God, let the world see my good work.
Okay.
And also, now there's a lot of different, I would say, comments gonna come in about this particular experience. Also, now we know that we're rewarded as Christians. We're rewarded. Whatsoever man sows, that shall he also reap. Because you never know what life will bring. Well, we might end up homeless. But if we have done that and clothed and fed those that are less fortunate, you never know what life will bring where we'll be less fortunate. Then somebody can turn around and do the same thing for us. Also, now, good. You ought to do good work, and I want to encourage people that are hard and desire to do that to do it. But now, even though our salvation, whether we're not saved through our good work, through our good deeds. You know what I'm talking about? Some people think, well, God, I'm a Christian because I fed the homeless. But God don't save you by your works.
Okay.
We're saved. Our salvation is based on we believing in Jesus or not.
Yes,
and
sir.
some people think, I go knock on the door and do this and do that, but and doing good deeds, get bodies to be burned, clothed the naked, feed the hungry. They think they are all right with God. But if you haven't accepted Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, regardless of how many good deeds you do, that do not save you. But now, after you become a Christian and when you do good works, then God rewards you. He rewards you for that.
So do we need to film our good works so that we can remind God that he needs to reward us?
Well, we'll necessarily have to film. We'll necessarily have to film our good work. And like I said, it all depends on the motive, the reason why we are filming it. If it's to take God's glory, then the scriptures say we got our reward.
Yes.
You got, like the scriptures say, if a man stand praying loud, then he got his reward. In other words, the public did recognize him. That's his reward. But now, Jesus told the Christians, we pray, go in your secret closet.
Yeah.
He that seeth thee secret rewards you openly.
Now, Charlie, there are people that do things and then they come out and say, well, we feed the hungry, the homeless, take care of them. We raise so much money and we take care of the homeless people and the hungry. And especially during Thanksgiving time, they really love to throw that out there at Christmas. But the thing about it is, by them doing that and said, this is what we do you think the organization is trying to show people that they're concerned and that they care about people, and they use that as a tool or an instrument to draw other people to their organization or to build or establish their organization by drawing more people into their congregation?
Yeah, sometimes that's the case. Sometimes that is the case. Sometimes that's the reason. Different people have different reasons of doing things. And in some instances, that is the case where I'm trying to let the public see that we are a caring group of people.
But is that taking advantage of the homeless person that they're bringing the food to, and not letting them know that we're going to be filming you, but we're doing this and taking care of you only so that we can get some more people in our church?
Yeah, I think it's taking advantage and misappropriating, the reason and the homeless, but respecting them as people, but using them as a tool.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not right. That's not right.
So what should we do? Should we film them when we're taking them food, or should we not film them? Because if you really go back in the day, people didn't have cell phones where they can record people where they're taking food to, all that other kind of stuff. They didn't have cameras and computers and things like that. That's where they were taking food to people, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't have what we have today. So can we do without film? And just like they did, they didn't have the equipment to film people way back in the day. So is it necessary to film people to show the people what we're doing and that we're genuine? You can be genuine from the heart without having a picture. Can you?
That's right. Well, yeah. I don't think. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. I don't. Man is not going to reward me. For my good deeds.
Mm-hmm.
My eternal reward. God is one going to give me the reward. But I don't. I'm the person that. I don't have to publicize what I'm doing. The Bible said also in a case where it said, "Don't let your hand, don't let your left hand know what your right hand."
Yeah.
In other words, don't do things for the glory of man.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, have the right motive. When you do have the right motive, and then it's not. I won't say. I would say to me, it's not necessary to film. You doing a good deed, showing. Live the life, live your life. Not only just give to the poor, but treat others right. Respect yourself. Respect others. To the point that ask for permission. If you're gonna film it, ask them for their permission. If they say no, don't film them. Just give them the food. Treat them right. Invite them to church. And not just only just do that one time. Stay in contact with them.
But I dare them tell me that I can't film them and they're homeless. Who do they think they are?
Of course, joking, but yeah,
I'm joking though. But of course, that's just some people's attitude.
Yeah.
Who do they think they are? They're homeless. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't have a excuse or try to say anything. Yeah, they ought to be thankful that we're bringing them collard greens and cornbread or whatever the case may be.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you, when it goes to like y'all talking about motive and all that.
Yeah,
I think that's an interesting point that you bring up. As far as it could be possible, and y'all watching and listening, y'all can let me know if I'm right or wrong on that.
Mm-hmm.
But in you guys' opinion, but I do think it could be possible that somebody records what's going on, and they don't really think about whether it's right or wrong.
Yeah,
they just say,
exactly.
"Hey, I'm gonna document this, and just put it out there to let folks know what we're doing, and that we're helping people."
And here's my point. Charlie, I know you probably have to go, but listen to this. This is my point. Especially as a church organization, a Christian organization, we're gonna we'll go down and use feeding the homeless, feeding the hungry, and the homeless, and all those other type of things, and film them, and use that as a power or tool or to draw people into the kingdom. But
that's right.
It is the gospel that's preached.
Yeah.
It is not you doing your good deeds and trying to show people, oh, look what we're doing. We're doing this, and you should come join us. You should be a member of our church or our association because we're feeding the hungry and the homeless and all these other kind of things, and we have to prove it. But
that's right.
Should they make that a key issue to draw people to Christ? It is the gospel that we should preach. He said, preach the gospel. Be instant, in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Why? Because the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but they will heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they shall turn away from the truth, and they shall be damned. But see, we have people that, oh my God, thank God for that. We have people that don't want to rely on the gospel anymore to draw people. We want to rely on the things we do to draw people.
That's right.
But it's going to take the gospel of Jesus Christ, which is with the power of God unto salvation. That's the power of salvation, the gospel, the good news. Right. And so we try to do other things to draw people to Christ, and we're not using the gospel, but we're using other things instead of the gospel to draw other people to Christ. But that, it's not going to replace the gospel.
Exactly. You're right, brother. It's so true. Yeah. And it's sad, how when people use people, to make themselves look good, in other words.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have their reward. Like you said earlier, they have their reward already. So you're not going to get any reward from Jesus. I mean, you've already, like you said earlier, they've already received their reward from men. They want people to pat them on the back and say, "Hey, look what they're doing over there."
They chose.
Oh my, they're such a godly organization.
That's right. And I'd rather have an eternal reward.
Yes.
I'd rather have an eternal reward than a temporary reward. Because that reward right there, when men applaud you, that's just a temporary reward,
yes.
But I'd rather have an eternal reward where, it would be eternally with me.
Yeah.
And it would have its rank in heaven,
Amen.
than a temporary reward. But like I said, people got different motives. But it's all depending on people's hearts.
Yeah.
And everything we do as Christians should be to glorify God, and not our church name, not our pastor, not ourselves, but to give God glory.
Give God the glory. Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir.
Great things he has done. Charlie, out of Humboldt, Tennessee, thanks for calling us today, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm gonna try to listen every chance I get, brother.
All right. All right. Thanks, yes, Charlie.
Sir. Yes, sir. Y'all keep up the good work, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right,
bro.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. That was Charlie Hopper from Humboldt, Tennessee. And, wow, we've had people from out of town, Chicago, Humboldt, and other places. Nobody in Memphis has called us yet. Oh, wow. Well, I'm not mad about it. About it. But, hey, all you that are listening in Chicago, Dallas, and other places, you want to call us rather than the local ones, we'd be glad to talk to you as well. It is now 9:44, 44 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock Central Time, and a very pleasant good morning to you on a Monday morning, the first Monday, as he said.
Well, 9:14.
Is it 9? Wait a minute. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're right. What did I say, 9:44?
Yeah.
Oh, my. I thought the time had gone fast there. 9:14, 14 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock Central Time, and a very pleasant good morning to you. Starting your day off, 38 degrees, cloudy skies, 901-233-6020, and the number to call, and your comments are still on Facebook as well. Hey, we're going to come back after the break. We're going to continue our conversation, and you are welcome to call us. You comment on Facebook as well. How was your Thanksgiving? What did you do? Where did you go? Have you returned back home? Well, we'll talk about that and some other things as well. And you're listening to TalkBackLive with Bob
and Josh.
And it is now 9:15 past the hour of 9 o'clock. Very pleasant. Good morning to you on a Monday morning with Jack.
You're listening to Talk Back Live with Bob and Josh. talking about current events and topics that matter. Call in now, 901-213-6020. 901-213-6020. Now, here's
CJ Used Appliances, located at 3530 Jackson Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances have the best prices in town. Sales and service, heating and air. Also the best appliances you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Refrigerators, microwave stoves, washers and dryers, deep freezers, dishwashers, whatever you need in used appliances. And folks, I'll tell you, they're the best used appliances anywhere you'll find. That's CJ Used Appliances, 3530 Jackson Avenue. All appliances come with warranty. You can call them at 901-487-7882. Again, 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances. Graphics Printing, located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, a complete print shop for all your printing needs. They do it all: color copies, resumes, funeral programs, rubber stamps, full color business cards, wedding and graduation invitations, and more. 30 plus years of quality work and service. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, Tennessee, 901-345-9294. Graphics Printing. C&S Motors Auto Sales, located at 2508 Summer Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-323-8778. C&S Motors Auto Sales has been around since 1984. Go by and see Chris today for some of the best pre-owned and used vehicles in the city. They have SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, whatever you're looking for in pre-owned used vehicles. Hey, you can find it right there at C&S Motors Auto Sales. See Chris since 1984. They will treat you right. Call them at 901-323-8778. That's 901-323-8778. 2508 Summer Avenue, C&S Motors Auto Sales.
This is Sergeant Chris Richardson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol, here to explain the Tennessee Hands-Free Law, which is a new state law effective July 1st, 2019. In Public Chapter 412, it makes it illegal for a driver to hold a cell phone or a mobile device with any part of their body, to write, send, or read any text-based communication, to reach for a cell phone or mobile device in a manner that requires the driver to no longer be in a seated driving position or properly restrained by a seatbelt, to watch a video or a movie on a cell phone or a mobile device, and to record or broadcast video on a cell phone or mobile device. So, can I still talk on my cell phone while driving? Yes. A driver is permitted to use an earpiece, headphone device, or a device worn on a wrist to conduct a voice-based communication. The driver may use one button on a cell phone or mobile device to initiate or terminate voice communication, and voice-based communication may also be used to send a text message. Learn more at handsfreetn.com. This is Sergeant Chris Richardson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol, here to explain the Tennessee Hands-Free Law, which is a new state law effective July 1st, 2019. In Public Chapter 412, it makes it illegal for a driver to hold a cell phone or a mobile device with any part of their body, to write, send, or read any text-based communication, to reach for a cell phone or mobile device in a manner that requires the driver to no longer be in a seated driving position or properly restrained by a seatbelt, to watch a video or a movie on a cell phone or a mobile device, and to record or broadcast video on a cell phone or mobile device. So, can I still talk on my cell phone while driving? Yes. A driver is permitted to use an earpiece, headphone device, or a device worn on a wrist to conduct a voice-based communication. The driver may use one button on a cell phone or mobile device to initiate or terminate voice communication, and voice-based communication may also be used to send a text message. Learn more at handsfreetn.com.
You're listening to Talk Back Live with Bob and Josh. Talking about current events and topics that matter. Call in now. 901-213-6020. 901-213-6020. Now, here's Bob and Josh.
This is Sergeant Chris Richardson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol. Pedestrian safety is a two-way street. Both drivers and walkers need to do their part to keep roads safe. When you're walking, remember, the drivers may not always see you, so remember to use
very, very much with the Tennessee Highway Patrol and what they do to protect us on the roadways. And Sergeant Chris, we've been knowing him for a long, long time.
Long time.
And so we appreciate, let's see, it's appropriate to record a public, okay, all right, I'm looking at your question, okay. All right, we've known him for a long time, and the Tennessee Highway Patrol, they do a wonderful job on the highways, and this past weekend was no exception. All right, it is now 9:22, got that correct? Mm-hmm. 9:22, 22 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock Central Time. And a very pleasant good morning to you on a Monday morning. And what did you do during your Thanksgiving holiday? Or days? With the S.
Yeah.
Plural. You had, some people were off, most of the week last week. They were off, we were Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, We're back on Monday.
So, but, I'm thinking to that point where you're talking about the food.
Yeah.
And everything else that goes with it as well. Because there's other things with Thanksgiving, hanging out with the family and having fun. And
all
stuff
that's
like
important.
But you know what? One of the things that's interesting about post Thanksgiving, right, is okay. What are we going to do with all this food? Because now, especially after the day is over, and then the next day is cool.
Yeah,
I actually like the next day. I think people do. When sometimes people that morning they'll get some of the leftovers, and they kind of spread it out throughout the day. Mm-hmm. And that next day is cool. And then maybe the day after it's like, okay, well, that third day, you're like, ugh, man.
It's time for some. It's about time for some fresh stuff. Here. Yeah.
So how do you keep it fresh? Some people like
that. Some leftovers are good for
a while,
for 2 or 3 days. After.
Especially the desserts. I think they last the longest.
Well, and some people love their dressing.
Yeah.
Those that can make dressing.
Yes.
And
if you can make it.
If
it's any good.
Turkey, if it's tender, moist turkey, or they had turkey wings or legs or whatever the case may be.
Well, see, and to that point, what do you do with it? Because I feel like it ain't just turkey.
Yeah.
Do you make a turkey sandwich?
Yeah, I mean,
do you do a turkey stew, turkey soup?
Well, you can do several things with the turkey. Yeah. I mean, like your soup you're talking about, or you could debone the turkey and grind him and make turkey salad, or you can make turkey sandwiches, or you could put on a sandwich and pull it and, like making a barbecue sandwich, pulled turkey barbecue sandwich with my special sauce. Anyway, 901-213-6020, and people that are watching on Facebook and other places and on the Spreaker app, thanks for joining us as well. Jay said leftovers make great dog food. So that's what it is. So is that what you think of our food, Jay? You think our food is just dog food? But anyway,
scraps from the master's
I
table.
agree. Yeah. But you don't give a dog a turkey leg bone. I mean, it's nothing he can do with it. Is it gristle?
I'm gonna tell you, one of the most enjoyable things, funny things. Remember having a smaller dog, right?
Yeah.
And to see them, if you give them that big old bone, of the turkey leg or something.
Yeah, we had our Chihuahua. Remember?
Yeah. And it was like Christmas, because one of the things was the size of her body.
Yeah.
And she would drag it around the house, try to pick it up, and she'd work on that for about a few weeks.
Yeah. As much as she can do with it.
Yeah.
I don't know what she could do.
Yeah.
But any leftovers on it or whatever, but dogs have fun with that kind of stuff. I don't know if it's good for them or bad for them or whatever the case may be. But what did you do this past weekend? Oh, yes. Well, college football was on.
Oh, yeah, man.
You had some good college football.
All weekend.
Memphis Tigers played football Friday night, didn't they?
Yes, sir. Black Friday afternoon.
Black Friday, yeah. They sure did. And, speaking of Black Friday, how many people went shopping on Friday?
Yeah.
How many of you went shopping? And about that, is it too early for Christmas shopping? Well, they have Black Friday because of the day after Thanksgiving. It kicks Black Friday. They say kicks off the Christmas holiday season.
Mm-hmm. And today is Cyber Monday.
Yeah, and then today it is, isn't it?
Yeah, Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday.
So they got some deals online.
Yeah, online you have to be careful though. But yet,
it's
a good place. It's a good place to shop.
Oh, yeah.
I've done a lot of shopping online.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of shopping online, and you can get some good deals, especially when they deliver it to your home. That type of thing. If you're getting packages delivered to your homes, be careful, and that someone be there to receive packages and things of that nature. If you're doing that. And
watching out for those porch pirates, they call them.
Yeah, whatever. So be careful this holiday season. You do your Christmas shopping and that type of thing. Jay says leftovers make great dog food. Also, he says, yes, GKB does. They love them bones. Just like Dino from the Flintstones.
Hey, look, now that's a good question. And GKP brings it up with his last comment there about Black Friday and the purge that they call Black Friday. Here's the thing. And I've seen some people talk about this. Mm-hmm. Do y'all feel some type of way about Black Friday? I know Bob actually was going to bring this up last week. We just didn't get time to. Yeah. When it comes to, like the meaning of Black Friday and stuff like that. Or what the rumored meaning of Black Friday is. And what it actually meant back in the day, especially for black people and things of that nature, right? Mm-hmm. Is that, I've even heard that, we really shouldn't be celebrating Thanksgiving either.
Really?
Yeah. As black folks.
That's another topic. Well, go ahead.
Just,
I don't know.
Because of the state of black people.
Why do people say black people should not be celebrating Thanksgiving?
Well, because of the state of black at the time. Was not very favorable, to say the least. Because at the time,
So it doesn't apply to. So Thanksgiving don't apply to the black people?
Well, American Thanksgiving. That's what people, they think, hey, you look at the way America is, and slaves and all that stuff, just the history of it is not very favorable to African Americans. So that's where that thought process comes from. Now, personally, I don't even look at it for whatever the original meaning was. I know they said the Indians and the settlers or whatever had the meal sitting down, whatever the case was with that. Mm-hmm. All I look at it as is a time to get together with family.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, I wonder how I heard myself there.
Yeah.
But just a way to get together with family and to chill, man. That's really it to me, and to be thankful for what has happened in the year and thankful for what's to come.
Yeah.
I think we make things, and I'm just making my point on this to whatever you're ready there. But
yeah,
I'm like this. I think we make stuff too complicated, man. That's just me. Look, whatever the original purpose is doesn't really matter to me at the end of the day. when it comes to Thanksgiving and stuff like that, just take it for what it is.
Yeah.
Celebrate your family. You know what I'm saying? Cook that turkey.
We all should be thankful. I don't care if you feel that, okay, it's not for Black America because of whatever reason. Irregardless, we should all be thankful for our lives. We should be thankful for another year to see Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever you want to call it. Just be thankful. And everything the Bible tells us to give thanks because it's the will of God. That's why we should give thanks, because it's the will of God. And not that anything people do to you, you said you ought to be thankful. Just be thankful. Is there anything wrong with that? But I guess people talk about the holiday as far as Thanksgiving. We should have no part in it. I don't see why. I don't see that.
Jay says because the Pilgrims stole the turkey from the Indians.
Oh.
Oh, man. Greg says everything becomes sandwiches by the third day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Turkey sandwiches, ham sandwiches, dressing sandwiches.
Dressing sandwiches.
Potato salad sandwiches.
I have heard of that. That might be pretty good.
Potato salad sandwiches?
Potato salad sandwiches.
Actually, you know what? Now, I think technically everybody kind of does that with your rolls. You can't tell me you don't put dressing and potato salad in your rolls and then take a bite. Because if you don't, I believe you're lying.
Yeah,
y'all don't know what you cut that roll open and you put that turkey, a little bit of the dressing with the cranberry sauce and gravy. You know what I'm saying? With the pepper and all that in there, and a little dollop of potato salad on top. Close that roll, and it's on and popping.
Yeah, it is. It's on and popping.
Yes,
but your rolls got to be hot.
Oh, definitely.
Yes,
definitely.
absolutely.
If it's cold, it's ruined.
Yeah, well, you can say
it's
that.
ruined. It's. I mean, you just throw it all away at that point.
Yes, indeed. 901-213-6020, and I had to come on and do some things here. Yes, indeed. Okay. All right. And if you'd like to call us, you're welcome to call us. And also, thanks for sharing on Facebook. And we'll go back here in a minute, read some of these topics. What should you do? I'm pretty sure everybody's eating all their leftovers up now. Black Friday. Do you think Black Friday is the beginning of the Christmas holiday season? Do you participate in Black Friday, what they call Black Friday? Why they call it that, I don't know. It's not anything dark to me. I think it's a great time for people to go out and start shopping and celebrating Christmas and the birth of Jesus, or not saying that's when he was born, so don't get me started now. Not saying that's when he was born. I'm just saying that's what we've designated as a time that he was born, and I'll get into that teaching a little bit later on that. Now, but that's the time that we celebrate. We chose to acknowledge the birth of Jesus Christ and his coming. Yes.
And I'm just seeing one of the watch parties here. Some people put some comments about the topic we were talking about when it came to homelessness and feeding the homeless. And y'all can still comment on that as well.
Yeah.
In case we may go over it again, in case y'all did not hear it. Looking here, Diana left a comment, and she says, your good deeds are to be between you and God. Okay. That's where the true blessings come from.
Okay.
Well, she says, Sandy Ford says, I think it's about the awareness and that we are not doing enough to help them. When they are homeless, they rely on the community to help them a lot of times. And a lot of organizations do film because they want others to know about them if they need it. I do believe it's the motive behind it, but God said for us to go out and help his people, and it was recorded in the scribes. When Jesus feed the people with the 5 loaves of bread and fish, it was recorded. How else would we know about it? Just this day and time, it's picture recorded.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay. All right. So you're saying that since Jesus recorded what he did in the Bible, then it's all right to record or to take pictures and to take videos and things like that of you helping the homeless. Well, that's up there. I don't have any problem with it, I don't guess. But what's the person's motive, though?
That's the thing.
That's the real deal. Are you out there sincerely helping the hungry and the homeless during these particular days of Thanksgiving and Christmas and other holidays? Or are you out there just wanting to be seen? Are you using that as a magnet or a tool to draw other people to your church? Or to your organization, And so this, the motive has to be right here.
Exactly.
Because people can do anything they want to try to get it. Like we said earlier, try to get other people to come to our church. We want to show you. Look what we're doing. Look what we're doing. We're doing great deeds. We're feeding the hungry and the homeless and all that other kind of stuff. But what about the rights of the homeless and the hungry people? Do they have any rights not to be filmed? Are people taking advantage of the homeless and the hungry by filming them without their consent? I mean, without them asking them, do you want to be filmed? You don't mind being filmed. Just go out there, take them some food, and start filming them, And those people probably don't want to be seen about their private life. They're out homeless and that type of thing. They go through embarrassment and things too. If you're really genuine and you want to feed the hungry and the homeless, then why do you want to show the world what you're doing? Why do you want to film these people? And I guess, but anyway, it's up to the people. It all depends on the motive, though.
That's
what's in your heart. 012136020. Yes, Josh.
A couple more comments come in. Greg says he did Black Friday once, never again. Man, you got to break that down for us, Greg.
Break it down, Greg. What
happened?
Did they run over you, man? I mean, did they trample over you trying to get into the 5 and dime store or what? I don't know.
Jet says nope, but I participate in Brown Friday though.
Oh, Jet.
Now he did a fun fact on this, Bob. I must bring it up.
Yeah.
On how Jet does
on Brown Friday.
Yeah. Well, he brought up what it is. I never heard of it. Right.
Okay, go ahead.
So he says Brown Friday, it's Black Friday, but Brown Friday is. I'm gonna just put it this way, okay. There was a certain picture that he posted, and it was a picture of a toilet. So just imagine what Brown Friday is from that point on.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well,
and
he said it's not all brown. But anyway,
no,
God!
No,
Oh, look what he made me do.
No.
Yes. Okay. All right.
But it's brown because that's what happens after Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving.
All that stuff has got to go somewhere.
Brown Friday.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's Brown Thursday right after
Brown Thursday
immediately. Anyway. All right. 901-213-6020. Jet GKP says, cause the Pilgrims stole the turkey from the Indians, Bob. Carla Midget from Humboldt, Tennessee.
What's going on?
Watching, yeah, and decided to watch us today. Thanks for watching.
Good morning.
She says, hi, Bob and Josh. Okay. Ernest Holton is watching.
What's happening, Ernest?
What's going on? And Greg, what is that?
That's your fault. You hear the replay of us there.
I'm hearing. Okay.
All right. I turned it down.
Okay. All right. Jet. What was that Jet said?
He said, "#I kid you not." Look it up.
Look it up. Okay.
Yep.
That's what we were talking about. Brown Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. What? I forgot my question. What I was talking about. But anyway, do you think people should be filming the homeless people when they take them food or when they take them clothing, and to show those people that are homeless? Do you think the homeless want to be seen that way? Can it be embarrassing to someone that is all of a sudden that's homeless? They didn't mean to be there. It just, unfortunately, it happened to them, and then you get people wanting to bring them food. Oh, we're bringing you food with the love of God, but we're going to film you while we're giving you the food so we can let the world see you homeless. I mean, you might as well say that.
That's exactly. Look, can you imagine? That's what I'm saying. And it really opened my eyes a bit when I saw this particular post about, imagine if you were homeless.
Right.
And somebody comes up and they give you, they're helping you, they're giving you some food or whatever.
Right.
And simultaneously on Facebook Live. And it really hit me. I'm like, man, that would be a terrible feeling. Can you imagine? You don't know who's on the other end of that. Yeah. You don't know, a lot of people keep their situations private.
Right.
Let alone now, you're broadcasting to the entire world, essentially, that, hey, this person, and they need me to come and help them. I really think there is a lot of, man, I don't even know how to put it. It's like a help mongering, if you could put it that way. And what I mean is, I think there's people that thrive on people needing their help to the point where they, like, it's almost like a business to them.
Yeah.
Like they say, hey, I'm here doing this. And it may be a good thing in theory.
Yeah.
But they're really doing it just for clout. And then on the other hand, they're doing it to let you know, and if they're helping you, that, hey, you needed my help. And I want everybody to know that I help.
But it's that.
I really think people do that on purpose.
Yeah, but is that the way we should do, though?
No.
If we're going to help someone, help them without filming or letting people know, look who we're helping. And the person may say, well, I don't want to be. You're going to get filmed regardless, okay? You need my help. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have this food. That is.
And see, that's the way they flip it, man.
That's so evil.
Yeah.
To want to have your own way and to make your organization famous by using someone else to show people what you're doing. This is what we do. And the person may not want to be seen. So then some people say, well, if they don't want to be seen, don't be homeless. You have people with that attitude, so cold.
Yep.
People are so cold that they don't care. They don't think about other people. What if you were in that same situation? Really. What were you in that, if you were in that same situation and people had to bring you food or whatever?
You wouldn't want to be on Facebook Live, I'll tell you that.
You wouldn't want to have people filming you and showing you around the world. I'm just guessing. I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe some people wouldn't mind that.
Maybe.
That's
a good thought.
Hey, long as some people say, long as I'm being fed and helped, hey, you can film me anytime you want to. It doesn't matter. But some people feel that, hey, we're going through a difficult time.
Yeah.
We don't want all those cameras in our face. It's people are doing it for publicity sake to show other people what they're doing to help other people. All right, comments coming in.
Yes. GKP says, that's a new topic. What color is your Friday?
What color?
Yeah, like we just talked about brown.
Oh, yeah.
And Black Friday.
Okay, he said, okay, I got you, GKP. What color is your Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It could be multiple colors. Yeah. It could be various colors.
Jet says, plumbers gave the day its name because it's the busiest day of the year for plumbers, for them. And that's a real thing. I did look that up, Jet. That's real.
Really?
Brown Friday after Thanksgiving. Busiest day for plumbers, and they call it Brown Friday.
Why is it the busiest day for plumbers?
Well, because it's after Thanksgiving and the toilet's getting stopped up and they have to come.
No, really?
Yeah.
Really? That's real?
Yeah. I did look it up. It's legit.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That must be a lot. A lot of dumping going on.
Yes.
The day after Thanksgiving, toilets getting stopped. That's a busy. Plumbers are busy that day because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is amazing.
Well, hey, that sweet potato pie and potato salad, and eggs, deviled eggs, and
angel eggs.
Angel eggs.
I mean, one of the things that I know older people used to make,
mm-hmm.
I don't hear a lot of people talk about it today, and that's custard pie.
Oh, I forgot about custard pie.
Yes. Oh, it could be very, very good. You have to know how to make it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't talk about it. It's called custard pie. Have you ever heard of it? Custard pie. Has anybody ever heard of that?
GK, look at this comment. Because it's a whole lot of going on.
I can't say that. GK, you know I can't say that. Wow. A whole lot of shaking going on. Oh my goodness! And he's a whole lot of shaking going on, and he didn't say shaking either.
No.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
I know. We only got a few minutes left.
Only got a few minutes left in the show. Yeah.
I just want to bring this up in passing, right?
Yeah.
It's not as a time. It's not something we even going to bring up in the future, whatever. But did y'all hear about Billy D. Williams?
Yeah.
The actor, the man that was formerly the coolest man on TV,
what
back in the 70s and 80s.
What's going on with Billy D?
Billy D has come out of the closet.
So Billy D has said he's free?
I guess that's what it is. He said he has been gender fluid, which means he at times identifies as a male, and he says he does have some femininity as well, depending on the situation. Now, he's 82 years old, and this is a guy that's got a lot of women, as a manly dude.
Man,
did the Colt 45.
Billy D, you really need to keep that to yourself. I mean, at this age, nobody wants to know anything about you, what's going on. You need to go sit down somewhere in your rocking chair and just rock your days away. And you want to come out with this term. What are you wanting to establish? Are you wanting to reestablish yourself or something?
It's not a good way to do it.
I mean, come on, man. You're 82 years old.
Yeah.
You should be out there, trying to find out the truth about what's going on. Get your life together. You coming up here with this kind of stuff. I mean, come on, man. I mean, folks, am I wrong by saying that?
No.
I don't know. It just doesn't sound right to me. Billy D. Williams. Maybe he was like that all along.
Well, I mean, that's evidently according to him.
Yeah.
He was. So hey, it kind of puts looking back at stuff in a whole nother light,
Yeah.
And then, and maybe it's just me, but when I went back and looked, like I said, I pulled up the old commercial and everything. And I look at him, I'm like, hold up. You know what? I feel like we all, and I wasn't around then, but a lot of us missed the signs that were already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at him, I'm like, you know what? I can see that.
Yeah, because there's some people that I even thought about, and I heard actors and things, and then looking at it, the way people talk about gay lifestyle today, I said, man,
it was just hidden.
Those people, I didn't think about it back then. They were kind of sweet.
Yeah, the features.
Yeah,
the tendencies.
But at any rate, hey, it's been a pleasure having you on us today, and we get one last call or something in. We'll open up the phone lines for you to talk with us today, and about anything you want to talk about in the next 2 minutes or so.
Yes, sir.
If you want to say something or talk to us, but we want to thank you for all the phone calls, the comments, and the things you've said, and glad that all of you had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. And have you started your Christmas shopping yet? I mean, are you doing it online mainly, or are you doing it? Are you out in the stores? Well, there's people everywhere.
Oh yeah,
they're online and they're out in the stores too as well.
One thing I got to give some of these businesses credit for, they actually are going out with some amazing deals in some places.
Yeah.
Like, I know, it's like a one time a year you could probably afford to do it, but some of these deals are like insane. Yeah. So you can find a good deal if you look hard enough.
Yeah, you can. And, these stores, brick and mortars, they want people to keep coming back to them rather than going online. They lose that money.
Yeah, exactly.
So, hey.
Take advantage of it.
Take advantage of it. Hey, again, thanks to all of you that called, phone and your messages and
Billy, Jayworth, Billy been getting Williams.
Oh my goodness, Jay. At that, folks, we're gonna say
let's go.
Adios,
farewell.
Yes. I'll be the same. Yes. Goodbye. Yes, for now. And hey, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. to do it all over again. Folks, have a wonderful day today. And be careful if you're out shopping or whatever you're doing. Folks are back to work, school today. Be careful. And we'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. to do it all over again. Folks, have a wonderful day today. And we'll see you next time.
You're listening to Talk Back Live with Bob and Josh. Talking about current events and topics that matter.
CJ Used Appliances, located at 3530 Jackson Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances have the best prices in town. Sales and service, heating and air. Also the best appliances you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Refrigerators, microwave stoves, washers and dryers, deep freezers, dishwashers, whatever you need in used appliances. And folks will tell you they're the best used appliances anywhere you'll find. That's CJ Used Appliances, 3530 Jackson Avenue. All appliances come with warranties. You can call them at 901-487-7882. Again, 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances.
Big Graphics Printing, located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, a complete print shop for all your printing needs. They do it all. Color copy, resumes, funeral programs, rubber stamp, full color business cards, wedding and graduation invitations, and more. 30 plus years of quality work and service. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, Tennessee, 901-345-9294. Big Graphics Printing.
C&S Motors Auto Sales, located at 2508 Summer Avenue, here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-323-8778. C&S Motors Auto Sales has been around since 1984. Go by and see Chris today for some of the best pre-owned and used vehicles in the city. They have SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, whatever you're looking for in pre-owned used vehicles. Hey, you can find it right there at C&S Motors Auto Sales. See Chris since 1984. They will treat you right. Call them at 901-323-8778. That's 901-323-8778. 2508 Summer Avenue, C&S Motors Auto Sales.
This is Sergeant Chris Richardson of the Tennessee Highway Patrol, here to explain the Tennessee Hands-Free Law, which is a new state law effective July 1st, 2019. In Public Chapter 412, it makes it illegal for a driver to hold a cell phone or a mobile device with any part of their body, to write, send, or read any text-based communication, to reach for a cell phone or mobile device in a manner that requires the driver to no longer be in a seated driving position or properly restrained by a seatbelt, to watch a video or a movie on a cell phone or a mobile device, and to record or broadcast video on a cell phone or mobile device. So, can I still talk on my cell phone while driving? Yes. A driver is permitted to use an earpiece, headphone device, or device worn on a wrist to conduct a voice-based communication. Driver may use one button on a cell phone or mobile device to initiate or terminate voice communication, and voice-based communication may also be used to send a text message. Learn more at handsfreetn.com.